Hello everybody and welcome to episode 1 of England to Australia in the Beachcraft Bonanza. My name is Bravo Hotel and I'm really glad to have you on board as my co-pilot today. So let's get in the air. We're starting this journey at Wolverhampton Business Airport in England. Now there is a reason for that, as I'll explain later, and we're heading down today to Lud, which is EGMD on the south side of Kent. So let's just get this thing started. Oh, it's not going to work with that battery on. There we go. Turn our avionics on. Okay, I'm just going to quickly, we're going to need pitted heat today, so I'm just going to quickly put in our destination over here, just a direct to, and we are going to go to E. G for golf. M for mama. And D for delta. There we go, Lud. We'll activate that and that gives us a nice direct to on the GPS unit. Okay. Suppose we better get a pushback.
Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf requesting pushback. Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf pushback request accepted.
While we're doing that, we can just add a notch of flaps. There we go.
Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf requesting pushback tuck to steer the aircraft to the left. Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf, your request has been transmitted to the operator. Crown Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf requesting the end of pushback. Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf request to end pushback received.
Excellent. Okay, let's just quickly check our gauges and everything here. So we are sitting about 1,170 RPM. Oil temp's good, oil pressure's good. We've got 2 full tanks, which is excellent. And it's pretty overcast today. I'm not sure what the cloud ceiling is, but I'm imagining we might have to go IFR at some point. I'm just going to bring the prop speed down a little bit so we don't max out the RPM on the takeoff. And let's organise departure straight out.
Crown Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf request taxi for takeoff departing straight out. Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf taxi to and hold short of runway 16 via taxiway Alpha cross runway 22 Alpha. Contact tower on 123.005 when ready.
So runway 16 will be to our left. Oh, yep, still got the taxi markers on.
Taxiing hold short runway 16 via taxiway Alpha cross runway 22 Alpha Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf.
Alright, let's make our way down. So we'll just check before we cross this runway that there's no traffic. Looking good. Yep, almost too late to check, so that's okay. So a little bit of the backstory. This is actually the first ever airport, Wolverhampton Business Airport, or Hackney Green as I used to call it. It was also known as that for a time. It's the first ever airport that I had the privilege of flying in a light aircraft. I flew out with a family friend in a Piper Cherokee when I was about 15 years old. And now I live all the way in Australia in the Great Gold Coast. So that's where our journey is going to take us. We're going to try and fly the, whatever plane this is. We're going to try and fly all the way from Wolverhampton Business Airport to Gold Coast, Australia. We'll try and load from save points every single game. So, you know, we're not cheating by fueling up when there's no fuel and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's see if we can make it.
Tower Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf at runway 16 ready for takeoff straight on departure. Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf cleared for takeoff runway 16 straight out departure approved.
Excellent, there's our clearance. So we have a tight turn.
Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf, please acknowledge. Cleared for takeoff runway 16 Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf.
Okay, so pre-takeoff checks. We've got flaps at the first notch. We've got the prop pulled back slightly. We'll open the cowl flap a little bit now that they've warmed up, just so we don't overheat. We've got our battery and our alternators on, our avionics is on, pitot heat is on because it's only 5 degrees outside and that's going to get a lot colder when we get up there. And that's about all we need. Oh, we need lights, strobe, and that's it. Alright, let's get airborne. So we'll gear up. And we'll bring our flaps up. Yep, so we're reaching cloud layer already, which isn't particularly good. Let's just try and stay nice and slow and low. So if you're wondering why I'm flying over this direction, it's because we're just about to fly over Stourbridge, which is my old hometown.
Sierra X-Ray Golf, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Tower Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf frequency change.
So here's Starbridge.
Cosford approach Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf is type Beachcraft be 36 5 miles southeast of Wolverhampton. Request flight following.
There's my old hometown. Good to see you, Starbridge. Hope you're doing well.
Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Cosford approach. Squawk 3367.
Okay, Squawk 6637.
Squawk 3367 Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf.
Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf radar contact 7 miles southeast of Wolverhampton, 1,400 feet. Altimeter 29.71.
29.7. Alright, let's gain some altitude and get out of this horrible weather.
Cessna Zulu Bravo Juliet traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles at 7,500 feet to nearest. Report them in sight.
So we'll go to 6,500 and we'll do that by using flight level mode.
Cessna Zulu Bravo Juliet have the traffic. Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf, did you copy?
Copy Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf.
Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf, contact Birmingham approach on 131.33.
131.33 for Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf.
131 decimal.
Cessna Zulu Bravo Juliet traffic alert. 9 o'clock less than 1 mile, 7,500 feet to nearest. Report them in sight.
Oh, whoops.
Birmingham approach Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf 3,600 feet.
Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Birmingham approach, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.72. Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf, your transponder appears inoperative or malfunctioning. Reset squawk 3367.
Oh dear. 3367. 3367. Ident. There we go. So we've just got Northfield off to the left there, and over to our right, amongst all that lovely countryside, is Cat's Hill, Rubery directly below us, Dodford. So the reason for doing this, the reason we're doing the England to Australia flight is that these days I've got a beautiful wife and a beautiful daughter, and as a result, even if I wanted to get my pilot's license right now, I'd never be able to do this trip. I'd never be able to do.
Generic Mike Uniform Alpha contact London Center on 118.475.
I'd never be able to do England to Australia in a Beachcraft Bonanza, which is my absolute dream. You know, with family commitments and whatnot. So this really, with the new Microsoft Flight Simulator, is the only way I'll ever really be able to experience anything like it. So it really does mean a lot to me, this journey. I've planned the whole route so far. I think it's going to work. There's some stretches that are really going to push the fuel budget and test the engine, test our max ceiling. You know, there's going to be some mountain ranges, and it's going to be hopefully a really fun journey. I'll try and do weekly updates, hopefully, you know, once every couple of weeks. Sorry, once a week, if not more regularly. So I'm just going to adjust my mixture now that we've got up to not quite the altitude we selected, but you know, let's just try and fix that up real quick. Okay, so we can reduce the mixture as I have done, and we'll try and find the sweet spot on the mixture so that we've got a consistent nice high rev range, save a bit of fuel. It's gone down. Right, so about there looks good. Got a really good speed. Flying, literally. This is so beautiful. Really nice day for it. So we're using live weather, live time. We're live streaming. So you should be seeing exactly as it would be if we were up in the skies right now in the old Bonanza. I might go and just climb an extra couple of thousand feet, maybe another 2,000 feet to clear these clouds up ahead. So we'll just set that in on the autopilot here. So what we're doing there is we are setting the autopilot to climb, and we're telling it to maintain a vertical speed, sorry, an airspeed of 95 knots. So it will keep pulling up until the airspeed is level at 95 knots, and it will climb to our altitude at that speed. So if I pull the throttle back right now, it will cause our nose to drop because it doesn't have the same amount of power available to maintain the speed. So the same as descending, we'll keep the vertical speed pretty much our flight speed, and then we'll just pull back on the throttle, and to maintain the flight speed it would have to dip the nose dramatically. So that's how flight level control mode, FLC mode, works there. There are long legs of this trip that will be flying manually. There's also several long legs that will be flying on autopilot. We'll be using VORs, we'll be using GPS. We'll be really experimenting with the different flight models available in this game, and you know, as such in real life as well. Just try and get a nice realistic experience. So we've just flown out of Wolverhampton, Hackney Green. Hackney Green was built, I suppose I should preface by saying,
100 meters, keep right. 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 Ke
I thought it'd be quite interesting to talk about all the different airports that we fly in and out from. You know, talk about the history of them. It just adds a little aspect that you don't really get by just flying in and out. So there's a Google Drive linked in the description of this video, and in there you'll find information about the flight plan that we're using today. You'll find information about the airports and any relevant information to do with this journey. I'll be uploading new stuff weekly as we go on to further legs, and all the old legs will remain up there, so you can always have a look back and see where we've been, what we've done, and you know, get a bit of the history. So as I was saying, Halfpenny Green. Halfpenny Green was built in 1940 and was finished in 1941. It was built by the Royal Air Force, as you could probably imagine, around that time, and it was originally called RAF Bovington. They later changed that name. .775. Let's just get this in here.
118.775 for Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf.
8 point. Seven, 7.5. Swap.
Manchester Center Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf 10,200 feet.
So yeah, Wolverhampton business. It was built originally under the name of RAF Bovington in 1941. By the RAF, and it was used for training. So lots of the Air Force pilots were trained and flew out originally from Wolverhampton business, then known as RAF Bovington. The name was changed in '93, so just 2 years after it started being used, because it sounded so similar to RAF Bovington that was based in Hertfordshire. So the first RAF unit to be based there was number 3 Air Observer and Navigation School. They flew Blackburn Bothers and later Avro Ansons. Unit disbanded on 13th. Oops, hang on. 118.475. 118.475.
Going to 118.475 Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf.
118.4. 75. Let's make contact.
London Center Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf 10,200 feet.
Altimeter 29.73.
So we've got an awesome airspeed. Let's just make sure RPM.
Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf, contact 3 eyes north and approach on
124.275 for Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf.
124.275. These decimals take ages. .275. There we go.
3 eyes Norton approach Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf 10,200 feet.
Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf 3 eyes Norton approach. Continue as planned. Altimeter 29.74.
Don't know why my altimeter is playing up here, so we're only reading 102,000.
.09er for Beachcraft Sierra X-ray Golf. Oxford approach Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf 10,200 feet.
Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Oxford approach. Continue as planned. Altimeter 29.74.
So, Wolverhampton Business. The original unit that was flying out from there, which was the Air Observer and Navigation School, disbanded on the 13th of November 1945. After a lengthy gap, RAF flying resumed on the 5th of May 1952 by number 2 Air Signaller School. They had the same planes, and that was disbanded on the 13th of September 1953. A ground-based equipment subunit of number 25 Maintenance Unit occupied much of the airfield from the 1st of March 1946 until 15th of November 1956. Following closure of that unit, the airfield lay disused for several years before civil aviation use commenced in 1961. So these days it's used for private aircraft, business jets and helicopters. There's a flying school based out of there, and it's also a training and maintenance facility. There have been a few incidents over the years. Let me just find my history. Nope, I've lost that sheet, it seems. So if you want to have a look at the incidents, oh no, I've got it, my apologies. So 28th of August 1972, Piper Cherokee that was taking part in a race event hit a tree, flipped over and crashed into a bank outside the airfield boundaries. The pilot was actually Prince William of Gloucester, who was a cousin of Queen Elizabeth II. Both him and his passenger were both unfortunately killed in that event. 30th of April 2017, a de Havilland Vampire. If you don't know what the de Havilland Vampire is, I suggest you look it up. It is such a beautiful plane. Oh, I wish there was more of them flying these days. It was participating in an air show and it damaged runway 10/28 during takeoff. Its jets actually tore up some of the asphalt on the surface. The aircraft was unaffected and later landed on an alternate runway. Repairs to the surface were completed on the 3rd of June. 23rd of May 2017, a Cherokee Warrior 2 overshot the runway and collided with the tyre wall. The pilot and 2 passengers received minor injuries. The 3rd passenger was unharmed. So there you go, there's a bit of the history of Wolverhampton Business. I hope you feel like you know it a little bit better now. And if you're ever in the area, go check it out. So, down to our left now. I think just there is, no, that's not Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes must be a little bit further out, kind of down there. Can we see it? Over there. Good old Milton Keynes, that tells me we're getting close. Maybe it is there. No, that's Brackley there. Milton's well out over there. There it is. And we've got Bicester just down there. There's the airport at Bicester. So we're going to start to descend down now, and we're going to come nice and low over London. We're a little way out yet. We've got to go through past Aylesbury, and then we'll be working our way towards Watford and then through London. Just as we cross the Thames, hopefully you'll see a couple of London landmarks around there, and then we can start to get ourselves prepared for the instrument landing approach into Lud, or EGMD. So let's start making a descent. We'll go down to wrong one. Let's go down to 2,500 to start with. So you'll see as I pull back on the throttle now, we'll start to lose altitude. We'll open the cowl flaps a little bit. Oh, they're still open. That'll be fine. Let's check the outside air. -9 degrees we got at the moment. Beautiful. Might try and avoid this cloud then if we can, just because we might get some icing from it. Bye, sister. Let's drop down over the top of this cloud now then. Oops.
Beachcraft Sierra X-ray Golf contact Vincent approach on 120.9.
120.9 for Beachcraft Sierra X-ray Golf. Benson approach Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf 5,500 feet.
So
Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Benson approach continuous plan. Altimeter 29.75.
So sometimes I'll put the radio frequencies in manually, and sometimes I'll just use the autopilot to automatically do it. For those familiar with flight sims and specifically, well, not specifically, I suppose.
Sierra X-ray Golf traffic is 11.3 miles at 4,500 feet past the Skyhawk. Report them in
Can we see a Cessna Skyhawk? Can we see any lights? It's probably right in the way of my pillar.
Alpha Charlie X-ray contact Cranfield approach on 122.855.
Beachcraft Sierra X-ray Golf don't have the traffic.
Going to 122.855 Cessna Alpha Charlie X-ray.
So that's Aylesbury right in front of us there. Down there. And we're starting to level off. I come down another 1,000.
Benson approach Cessna Delta. Alpha Echo Quebec Sierra 3,700 feet. Cessna Delta. Alpha Echo Quebec Sierra Benson approach continuous plan. Altimeter 29.76.
Alright, so we're nicely out of the way of the clouds. Just going to fly nice and low over Aylesbury. And prop back a little bit. Keep revs nice and low so we don't annoy all the residents.
Generic Kilo X-ray Quebec traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at 4,400 feet Cessna Skyhawk. Report them in sight. Cessna Echo Quebec Sierra traffic is 2 o'clock, 4 miles at 5,500 feet generic. Report them in sight. Generic Kilo X-ray Quebec on the Cessna Skyhawk in sight. Cessna Echo Quebec Sierra have the traffic. Benson approach generic Golf. Lima Lima, Victor Nova 6,500 feet. Generic Golf. Lima Lima, Victor Nova Benson approach continuous plan. Altimeter 29.76. Beachcraft Sierra X-ray Golf contact approach on 132.05.
Going to 132.05 Beachcraft Sierra X-ray off.
Oh, for some reason it's not maintaining altitude. Pit, what's pit? Who knows? Oh, it looks nice and foggy going into London there, so we don't get into too much trouble. Oh, that's a pretty dense cloud layer. Might have to just try and come up over that. 3,500. Oops. Oh, we look pretty good there, eh? There's level. So up until today I was running a modification on this plane, but I believe it was causing the game to crash. So I've removed that, and I'm wondering if that's got something to do with the issues I'm seeing with the autopilot today. And so if you don't know as well, the reason we're dodging the clouds is because we're currently flying in what's called a VFR, which is visual flight rules. Now, to fly in and out of clouds and adverse weather conditions, you need to be flying what's called instrument flight rules. And that's no problem, but to fly instrument flight rules means that you also have to do whatever air traffic control tell you, fly at their altitudes and fly at their headings. Now the problem with that is we're about to go over, let me just cancel this vertical speed here. What is going on? Yeah, so instrument flight rules. Where we're about to go is just straight over the Thames, and on this direct flight path it should take us over some nice landmarks, and if we were flying IFR we might be way too high and also in a completely different area to be able to reach those landmarks. So I thought it'd be better just to just to fly VFR as well as we could, which is what we're doing. So that's Watford, just down there. Get back on track here. Hey, why are you fighting me? So maybe we just fly manually for a little while, because the autopilot seems to be doing anything it wants other than flying nicely. So we'll just try and manually fly for a while, eh? Alright, so we're going to try and drop down now below the clouds. So this flight's been a little bit all over the place, bit up, bit down, bit of autopilot, bit of not autopilot. All I can say is we've got a lot of hours to fly together, so hopefully the experience gets a bit better for all of us. I'm not a real world pilot, I'd just like to make that quite well known. I think it's probably quite obvious by now. But yeah, this is a simulator and we're simulating conditions, but you know, I'm hoping that we get to learn this game together and we get to learn some best practices that apply also in the real world. And we get to get away with a few things that we wouldn't always be able to in the real world as well, because that's just the nature of flight sims, really. So we're pretty low. I've got a feeling this cloud cover is going to be to the ground. Let's try and stay just above it. Might just fly through this one a little bit, and that's okay. So there's the Thames just up ahead. You can see I'm flagging a few alarms. Houses of Parliament, let's have a little look. Good morning, London. What's that, maybe Wembley? Sure someone can correct me in the comments. Whoops, we're pitched down. Let's try and regain a little bit of altitude. Shard. A tall building just to our left. Should be London Bridge. There it is. There's London Bridge and the Shard. Millennium Dome, off in the distance. We've got Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. Oops. Awesome. So we're really going to have to gain some altitude now. We're going to go up to, there's my approach chart. We're going to go to 3,200 feet. I thought nav mode was on, which is why it was taking us so hard over to the left, but it seems it wasn't. So there's a little look at London. Okay. We might actually change now to heading mode. Because going to need a course of roughly, say, around there. So it seems should I reset the avionics, because they're definitely not working properly. Let's just try that. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I can turn the flight director off. Still no flight level control mode, and we'll go way off course. Okay, so be it. We'll disengage the autopilot and we'll just fly manually. Alright, now you're not going to see what I'm going to see here because I am using some software called Navigraph, which is enabling me to plot my course. there is a copy of the Navigraph charts that I'll be using on this trip in the Google Drive. Now here's something. The instrument landing system approach will require the autopilot to be working to a degree, and it currently isn't. So it'll be interesting to see whether we manage to capture the glide slope on that, or whether we just have to land it manually. We might have to gain a bit of height here again just because of these clouds. So the main reason I've been using autopilot over manual flying is just because I need to kind of concentrate a little bit more and, you know, aim my head out the cockpit. Whereas on autopilot I can just have the camera facing over the left wing and we can look at some beautiful scenery, which is a little bit more difficult when I'm trying to actually fly it. There's the Thames snaking out towards the sea.
Thames approach Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf 5,700 feet.
Altimeter 29.80.
Let's watch our speed there. It's getting a little bit low. Let's pitch down slightly. We need to head a little bit further over to the left actually so that we can intercept this glide path. We might not have much choice other than to go instrument flight rules from here on out, because it looks like we're going to be in a cloud cover all the way into landing. So I'll just contact approach.
Beachcraft Sierra X-ray Golf, contact London Center on 118.475.
Going to 118.475 Beachcraft Sierra X-ray Golf. London Center Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf 9,800 feet.
Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf, London Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.79er. Generic Golf Hotel X-ray, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 390. Generic Uniform Hotel Sierra, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 320. Airbus Mike Echo Hotel, climb and maintain flight level 190, keep speed below 180 knots. Japan Airlines 1621 heavy contact Heathrow approach on 119.73. Climb and maintain flight level 190, keep speed below 180 knots. Airbus Mike Echo Hotel. Airbus Mike Echo Hotel, descend and maintain 7,000 feet, keep speed below 180 knots.
119.73 for Japan Airlines 1621 heavy.
London Center Beachcraft Sierra X-ray Golf, cancel flight following.
Beachcraft Sierra X-ray Golf, London Center, cancellation received. Squawk 7000. Frequency change approved. Descend and maintain 7,000 feet, keep speed below 180 knots. Airbus Mike Echo Hotel. Airbus Mike Echo Hotel, descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Might not be able to even
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Airbus Mike Echo Hotel.
Alright, so we'll just head for the intercept, and we'll have to lose a bit of altitude a bit closer to it. Hope the cloud cover cancels out a little bit, and if not, we'll just be breaking some rules.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Airbus Mike Echo Hotel.
Normally we'd be able to just ask to switch to IFR.
Descend and maintain flight level 330 generic uniform Victor Foxtrot.
Airbus Mike Echo Hotel, descend and maintain 3,500 feet.
Cessna Echo Uniform Alpha, traffic in sight.
Alright, let's descend. We're going through the clouds, I think.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Airbus Mike Echo Hotel.
Should we?
Tower on 124.475.
Now I'm having second thoughts. We're quite a way out. Let's just maintain. Let's maintain.
Uniform Victor Foxtrot, please expedite your descent to flight level 330.
Let's see if we can just break over the top of these clouds when we reach the sea. Just close to Folkestone, and see if we can get back in line. go into EGMD.
Tower Beachcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf is 19 miles north with Kilo to land.
Beachcraft Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf Tower. Fly left base, runway 21. Altimeter 29.80, wind 219 at 16.
Enter left base runway 21 Beachcraft Sierra X-Ray Golf.
Okay, let's see if this is going to work. So we need on the localizer 108.15 on nav 2 actually. 108.15. And there it is, so we're picking it up, which is good. Now if we listen out for it on nav 2, nope, can't hear it, but I did to start with. And we can see that it's definitely there, which is really good. So we're going to keep flying out in this heading. The course will be set to 207, which is already done. Awesome. And this will bring us in on runway 21. Using the ILS instrument landing system. Now you can't see here, but if I zoom out a little bit, there's our destination airport. And so we are flying out here, and then we're going to make a right turn, intercept the instrument landing system, and hopefully use the autopilot successfully this time, using the approach to bring us in on the ILS. So it looks like these clouds are all the way out as far as we're going. So we may as well aim to descend right now. So we'll do that. Try and aim for this gap here. I might give it a touch of flaps, which will just help get us down a bit faster. There we go. See, we pitched down quite a bit more there, just so we don't break the clouds. And once we're down through the cloud layer, we can get lined up for the ILS. So we're going to be coming in a minute past the centre line of the ILS. You'll see the green line in the middle of our GPS unit go past our plane and then to the other side. I'll zoom in a little bit. I thought the brightness was down on these. That's a bit better. Fuck this game. Oh man. Second time we've attempted this flight, I thought I had it nailed, but nope. There you go.